Hello, I am Izzy Fettuccini. Welcome back to the Ancient Artifact. We're still in the same location that we left off last time, so we're in the exact spot where we were, although it is a different level. So this one's actually another really long level. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to return back. So we entered the level down the trench just there, and there's a current, so you don't want to be falling into the water there. But I'm going to make my way to the end, because we've got a lever to pull. So mostly, again, you don't get shown what levers have done, so you do need to be doing quite a bit of investigating. So that jump there can be a little tricky, but it's not too difficult. So here's the lever, and so let's go and figure out what that has changed. Okay, so one thing to notice is these doors. There's a receptacle either side, and if you look really closely, the left-hand one already has its item. We're actually looking for the left-hand item. Just one item for the left-hand receptacle to be used here. That's our main objective right now. So if I come to the left, this gate has opened, and we have a bat somewhere. There it is. Okay, so mind this indent in the floor, that's a spike trap. So do a running jump over that. Pull this next lever. And that one has shown us what it's done, but where is it? I'm actually heading there right now. So down in the water here we've got this sneaky gap. And as we come on in, you saw a crocodile in that the cutaway to show you where it was, what was happening. So that's right here. No, 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 no. Yeah, I never completely avoid him, but it's fine. Okie dokie. This is the block that we raised to allow us to climb on up to here. Now, I do need to take that passage, but I'm just going to come all the way to this far end just to grab some flares. And they're down in the water just here. So now let's head on through here and down below in this section, so down at this little gap, we can see the items that we need. And we actually need to do some puzzles in order to have some steps going down to there. So if you do drop down into there, you cannot get out, and that's actually a little bit naughty for level builders to be making that in a game. So you're not supposed to be able to get stuck. That's one of the rules. But unfortunately, if you drop down here before doing the puzzles, you'll have to actually reload a previous save. There is no way out, unfortunately. So anyway, above me, there's actually 2 doorways here, and behind me as well, there's 2 more doorways, and they're all closed just for now, so I'm going to get them open. This one column, you see it's actually got a more rounded section on it compared to the one next to it. This is movable. To open all the gates, we need to put this block onto each tile that has the yellow marking. You see here? So you will need to let go of this. Don't just pull it straight over, because that won't work. So let it sit for a second. Okay. And there's a bit of a sloped tile behind me, so I will have to push this back this way to get to the other 2 tiles. Okay, now I've done that, we can start climbing upwards. So use this mound just here. Okay, then up to here and just run on over. So this first doorway, if we run on in, mind the wall, we can see that this area is actually caved in. This is not an area we can go to. So we can ignore this doorway. We do have some Uzi Clips in the corner before we leave. Ooh, running into everything. Okay, next doorway. Do be careful at the end. Let me show you what's down here. So the indents in the floor are spike traps, and that's pretty much the whole length, really. And we can see a flame and a lever at the end. So because of the fire, there's nothing we can do here now, but bear in mind there's a lever, which means we will have to come back here. Now I'm going to hop over to the other side. So we've got a ledge we can grab. We can grab this column. Okay. So we can see the gate. This gate would have been closed if we didn't put the column, move the column onto the 4 odd tiles. And now we need to get this gate open. So we need to be climbing upwards. We've got some jumps from slope to slope. So be to the... I'm probably still a little too far left just here. We'll see, but you want to be quite to the right here to hop back to here. Oh, I wasn't too far to the left, but I just assumed. Let's do it again, but better. So it's not easy to get the lowest point of that second slope. And that's why you want to be just quite a bit further to the right. So here is the lever that's opened that gate. Okay, and we can see straight away we've got some breakaway tiles, so you don't want to fall victim here because you'll die. The plan is, you see at the very far end there's a closed gate. On the wall above there's a grabbable section, so we need to jump up and grab that to get to a lever. So it doesn't matter if you get rid of all of these tiles. You see on the ground level, if I move the camera, you see to the left there is a space we can shimmy to and from. So either get rid of all of them or be very specific. So what I'm going to do, jump over these first few and then jump straight on up to this space and shimmy along until I can pull up. So this can actually be surprisingly difficult if you don't get rid of the correct tiles, and you can't shimmy all the way along if the tiles are still there. So go ahead and pull the lever, drop on down, and I'll just do a side flip. There we go. Right, straight on down. There's no items on the level above, so let's continue. We have a lot of switches to pull in this room. It's very much switch to pull a switch situation going on. I'm going to jump to the flame tile. You'll need to grab it. She'll not land straight on it. But these flame tiles, you can stand in the corner of them. So that's what I'm going to do here. So stand in the corner. And what I'm going to work my way to doing is turn off that flame there. So I can hop to here, over this corner, and then drop down. So grab the edge, and we've got an invisible shimmy gap. We can shimmy along. You can't see, oh there we go. To the very left you can see there's a spike trap there. So as I'm shimmying, the first moment you get to pull up, you will need to pull up as quick as you can. So when Lara's hands, watch her hands, when they pass that space, you'll take some damage here. There we go. But this is a trigger tile that I'm on, and it's removed the spikes. And there's a Medpack as well. So now running jump over to here. And here's our first lever. As per usual, not showing you what it's done, but the flame is out. And when we've done an action, I always find it just quicker to start again from the beginning instead of trying to return along this obstacle course. I'm going to call it an obstacle course. Okay, so again, running jump to this column. I'll pull up when I'm at the corner. And now the flame is out, I can do a standing jump onto this and run on over to here. So continue this way. And I'm heading over here now. Grab the edge, I'll shimmy around to the corner. Standing jump with a grab. So you did see an opening briefly as I was coming around this corner. Oh, a little too far, but that's okay. So through there is what I meant. There's a section through there. There's nothing to do there just at the moment. That's what I'm working on now. I'm making my way. You see the lever over in the far corner? That's where I'm heading to. And the columns with the lines are ladders. So some of this is actually a bit of a leap of faith going around to this particular lever. Right, so I'm gonna hop to the next column. Be sure you are one whole tile space away from the ceiling. So you see where Lara's hands are? That's the highest you want to be. Otherwise Lara hits her head on the ceiling. Okay, flip back again. And it's not obvious where we're going next. But you see the grubby marks on the wall there? That is climbable. Any of these plant-like grubby marks are climbable. So don't be too high. And again, flip back. There we go. I will climb up a bit because you kind of don't want to be too low either. There we go. And then just climb up and around the corner to the lever. This time it's shown us what it's done. That's in the area that I pointed out. You can climb your way back, but I'll just start from the beginning. You get into a routine after doing this a few times. Okay, I do find it better to jump to here and then into the opening. There we go. Come on into the far end, and we have this Medpack, and nothing more. So, what's with this? Must have opened it for a reason. Well, if you light a flare, you'll notice that this block looks a little bit suspicious. So push this in as far as it will go. This goes twice, I believe. Yep, she won't push it anymore. And come around here, be careful of the indent in the ground. That's another spike trap. And let me just show you over here. This is not the block I've just pushed. This is another block that's in the way of the first block. And I can't do anything with this either. But you may have spotted the lever at the end. So give this a pull. And now we can move this second block. And I'm sorry to say I'm unsure what this flickering tile is for. I don't know whether it could have been a raised block in the way before pulling the lever. But it seems a bit pointless considering we can't push the first block past this second stuck block either. But anyway, we can come around here and all there is around here is a Medpack. So if you're unsure whether you're too close or too far away, just sidestep like I did to save stepping down into the spike trap. Right, now I've got that, I'm going to go to the other side of the first block. Because now I can push this a bit further. So you see to the right, there's now a ladder. I've opened up access to a ladder, so it doesn't matter that I'm blocking off this other section. The only thing around there is a Medpack anyway. But we can head up here. And the next lever is behind these horrible, annoying traps. So these two flames do not burn at the same rate, so you end up waiting for quite a while trying to get past them. No! You see what impatience does to you? Okay, so the last one is much easier, and here is the next lever. What it has done, well, we don't really know at the moment. Let's go and find out and do that all over again. Nice. So we're done in this area now. Let's return back to this main water room. And what the lever did is open the gate on the wall over there. That's where I'm heading to now. Ooh. Aiming for that non-flaming tile. Let's save my game just in case. Worst case scenario, I'll just have to do it from the start. There we go. I mean the start of this jumping section, I mean. Okay, up we come. Be very careful not to fall down. And we can see we're across the way from the lever I pointed out that has the flame. So yeah, that's a long way down. Don't fall. If I pull this, the flame has gone out. Nice. So we're all done in this watery area now, and I'm gonna go back and pull that lever. So just head on out back the way you came. Okay. Okay, because I left gaps with the tiles, I can just do running jumps across. Otherwise, it's not so easy. Hopefully, you do have some tiles. You see this lower crawl space section? There's a raised... Well, there's a bigger section so that you can crawl into that. So just try and trigger the breakaway tiles, crawl into the gap, and then shimmy on out again. It can be tricky if you still have some tiles. That's why I did it the way I did it. There we go. But worst case scenario, just get rid of all the tiles the best you can. Right, where am I heading? I'm heading back to that lever. So, as I mentioned, be careful of the spikes. Just try and run off to there. There we go. Running jump. Nice. Nice. So we have one step so far. We just need another one. Now I'm heading through the far door that I've not yet been through. That's the last door. Let me prepare my shotgun. So that area is below where I've just jumped. You just saw the shadow there. And this is all giving you a bit of a hint of what we're actually doing. I'll explain as we go. Oh, I want this. Okay, advance a little bit. We'll have 2 crocodiles. Okay, there we go. I don't know why she wasn't shooting the one right in front of her. Okay. So we have some odd tiles. The ones that look like they have like a number 1 on them are interactable ones. We can either move them or they can be raised as a block. I'm firstly going to start down in this section. And the block that it showed us in the little flyby is this one. So this actually has 2 purposes. Firstly, I'm gonna grab a secret. So there's a secret on the other side of this block. I've just opened up a gap. But I also need to put this block onto the secret trigger tile to open the gate that's also behind there to get to the secret. So there's the odd tile there. Right, come on in for the next secret. We can hop up to here for some shotgun shells. And to here for some more. And across the railings for a Medpack. Nice, so just use the ladder to hop on out. Now continuing with the block pushing. So, I'm sorry, there was something distracted me. Yes, so the blocks are very specific. Firstly, we need to move this block onto this odd tile. You see it looks like it's got a number 1, kinda. So this is the first place this one needs to go. If you happen to do something in the wrong order, it can be very frustrating to figure out which order you need to be doing this in. Okay, next objective is we will need to raise this up to the higher level. We need to find a lever, which is actually just down here. So we'll have to monkey bar our way across to the far end. The floor is lava. Nice. And here we go. So it doesn't look as though the block is on the high level, but trust me, it is. That's the scene you get whether your block is on that tile or not. And now I recommend a save because this doesn't always go as planned. To get back to the monkey bar, you need to jump to the slope with a turn in the air, but you don't want to be all the way forward up to the lava, otherwise she just doesn't grab. Nice. Okay, back up we go. We're gonna head up to the next level up as well. So it can be tricky to actually figure out how to get up, but if you use this raised section, you can jump over to here. And now I'm going to move the block onto the odd tile that's just along the row of the other blocks. There we go. The next lever, actually, let me firstly point out, be careful of this grassy area. That's actually a spike trap down below. There's a ladder to get down there. We will be going down there. But don't just go ahead and fall. Oh yeah, you cannot stand on the movable block either. So the next lever is on the other side of this fence, just here. So that's raised the block, and now I'm gonna, whoops, grab this. Now I'm moving the block to the other end. Okay, next lever is down in this spike trap. Okay, be sure to grab. So roughly here where the two tiles meet, just flip back and land on here by the lever. And next do a running jump back. Make sure the lever is not right behind Lara. That actually... It's... what am I trying to say? You won't get the full tile space for a running jump. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Okay, so that's raised the block even higher. So I'm going to head on up to there now. And we actually don't need to pull the block now. I'll do it anyway. We need to again move the block onto this odd tile. It will open this gate, and behind it is a receptacle for an item. So that's why you don't have to do this right now, but I'll go ahead and do it anyway. The item is actually on the pedestal you see over there behind the railings, but you see to the right hand side of the screen there's a closed gate. So our next main goal is getting that gate open so we can grab that item. So I'll continue the block pushing anyway, then we're all set up. Okay, so we can't jump over the movable block. So do your best to go around and then push it into place. Okay, that's open, so let's continue. Okay, over to here. And we do have a very horrible section. There's a load of jumps to do over this lava, but there is just one jump in particular that may make you give up playing the game. It's really tricky. So that really is the only tricky jump, just that one nightmare jump. So I'll go ahead, jump to here, and then to here. I mean, once you get that jump out the way, you'll feel so good about yourself. Okay, so once you're at the very end, you just want to hop backwards and then jump again. Okay. And this next one is not the tricky one. Not quite. I'm trying not to mess up because I want to save before the tricky jump. So jump. Oh, that's not quite what I meant to do, but it worked. I wanted to actually grab the edge and then climb up to fall backwards. Oh, jump backwards to here. Anyway, this is the jump. We have to grab that gap there. It is not easy. So one way, I think, I mean, there's no real strat that I have found, but you see the line that's between Lara's feet. I think that might be a good marker point. But the only way I found is just trial and error. Do your best. Contain the rage. And let's do this. It was close, but not quite. Okay, so I made the decision to sidestep to the right of the original point that I said, and I'm not gonna even count how many attempts that took. Less than 20. But probably more than 10. Okay, so as you just saw, grab that edge and then around the corner, hop to here. And you saw me jump up to that edge instead of just grabbing it. That's because she won't grab for some reason. So now that's out of the way. These next jumps are pretty simple. So let me wait again. I actually wasn't really paying attention. I was too busy talking. So wait for this flame. The moment that it's going out, just do a hop over there and to here. It's fine because I saved my game. Okay, there we go. So I do want to shimmy to the other side of this block, but I'm just going to hop off for some flares. Okay, just here. And then jump back on again. If you're just doing a standing jump, don't be too far away. And next, hop over this railing. Okay, that's the worst part of the game over. Go ahead and pull this lever. This is the one that will be opening that gate so that we can get to the item that we need. If you approach this block, it will lower. So it's the lever that opens the gate. So we returned. I'm just going into autopilot. Sorry, it's a habit. But anyway, here is the item. So this is, what is this? Azure Gem? Yes. Okay, so I did come from there. And you see where I am now? Here I am. Now I can use the Azure Gem to your best to line up to hop into the gap over the annoying block. And that's opened the gate over that way. So to jump out of here, you want to make sure lava stumbles like that, and you can just do a standing jump over the block. And now the floor is lava. Psych. No, it's not. Okay, so we have raised both steps to the Poseidon Pearl that we need. And I'm all done here now. We can go ahead and exit here to go and grab the pearl. So to avoid unnecessary damage, I think it might be safe to drop down, but I'm not certain. But you can easily just jump over to here and then safely drop on down. As you drop down into this gap, you will take a bit of damage, not a lot, so it's completely fine. You can use the steps as well if you need to, but grab the item and we can make our way back up. Whoops, not like that. Nice. So let's go ahead and use this now. So we will spawn a bat as well over this side. Let me use something sensible. Where is it? You see its shadow, there it is. We might spawn another. Might have to be in the water. Yeah, okay. So go ahead and use the Poseidon Pearl now. The gate has opened and we can see straight away there's a lever. So let's go ahead and pull it. What did that do? Well, there's a very sneaky hidden section in the water on this side. Just waiting for the bat. I think I will have to be in the water. You gonna come out? Or are you gonna wait until I return? I think you'll wait till I return. I think that's the deal. Okay, in the very corner we can swim through these plants. Grab some more flares. And I've run straight past it. There was a gate here. That lever has opened this gate. And this is pushable, so let's go ahead and push this. We can only push it once. And if we see what's on the other side, we can see this is the same temple room. So that's the lever on the right hand side that I've just pulled. So now I'm going to head back to the other side, back into the little church temple, whatever you want to call it. I suppose it is a temple. The level is Poseidon's temple. There we go. I knew there was a bat that was going to turn up at some point. Okay, so I've pushed the block out. And there are a choice of just two places this could go. Either there or there. So it is just trial and error. There's no real way of knowing. But we actually want to put it over there. I don't know why I'm doing so much spinning about. So somehow the ceiling has dropped away now, giving access to a rope. We're going to use the rope quite a few times, and it's a tricky jump because everything is so close together. So to climb on up, remember these like dirty plant marks are climbable. Okay. So you just need to do a standing jump to the rope. Position to this section in front of me here. Go all the way down and then just climb up once. So the climbing up reduces the momentum. So usually just 2 swings is all you need. There we go. So it's so tricky when everything is so close to you. So we can go ahead and run through these leaves, but do be careful that you don't just go ahead and run straight off the edge. Our next main task, I wonder if I can show you from here. Aha, yeah, if I hop back, you can see a gate. If I turn a little bit, it's on the very left side of the screen, a little further down below. So we need to get that open. That's going to be the start of the end of the level. We're almost at the end. So we need to get that open. And there's actually 2 more secrets we can get along the way. So if you want all the secrets, you'll have to use the rope an extra time. If not, you still have to use it once more, but not the extra time for the secret. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. So anyway, I'm jumping over to here, whether you want one of the secrets or not. There's 2 to get, remember. And the first one is among the plants over there. So just do a running jump with a grab in the air. And you'll slide all straight on into this gap. Nice. So let's go back and do that all again. Okay, so next is required of you to do this. We want to come over here again. Something I failed to point out the first time round is that this slopey section you can't pull up just there. It'll drop you straight back down again. But you won't even grab if you try to grab the edge, so do be careful of the slopes. Jump over this next slope to this flat section. You can do a half tile jump over to here. And optional now, I forgot how to speak. I'm gonna drop on down here just for a Medpack. Whoops. Right, now just carry on in this direction. So this can be a little bit camouflaged, but you can stand there. Hop back and shimmy along. Pull up here. And do a running jump over to this lever. Nice. So that's opened the gate. You kind of just saw it. So now the last secret of this level, you need to do a fake grab from here. I nearly did a proper grab then. I almost forgot to let go. So we've got 2 pickups of shotgun shells right here. Is that it? Yeah, just wanted to be sure. Right, so now again, we need to get back up onto the rope. Okay, this next jump can be a little tough because it's so easy to overshoot the ledge that we can stand on the other side of this sloped section. You'll just fall straight down into the water. You'll possibly die if you land on a more shallow section. So, from where the 2 tiles meet where I'm standing, around about roughly, do a running jump, but then do a turn in the air. Not like that. No. There we go. Okay. From here it actually looks like there's loads of places to climb to, but there's not. Well, you could, but there's nowhere to go. So from here you want to hit the slope there, and then we can make it to the gate. Nice.
Are you looking for this, Miss Croft? That's fine.
Okay, so that was the mysterious character from a previous cutscene. She has taken the item that Lara came here for, so now we need to get it back from her. So pick up the Uzi Clips that we stopped on, and now we just need to head on out and end the level. We do have some horrendous jumps coming up. So you see me already climbing on up. Okay. You need to jump to the 2 tiles sticking out of the wall that have the big lamps on them. And the lamps really hinder your jumps. It kept making me wonder if these really are the legit jumps to do. And yeah, they are. They are. And I absolutely hate them. Okay, walking to the edge. You see how much Lara doesn't like that. Now I'm just stepping forward. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm walking forward, like tap by tap. Okay. And from here, there's a shimmy gap in that wall. That's where I'm heading to. I'm just turning now. I'm turning a little bit. Oh no. I'm still alive. I'll reload anyway. There we go. Do more of a veer after jumping off. It's just easier. Stupid lamps. Made me look bad. Okay, so this is where Bridget was standing, and presumably she left through that gate. We'll have to find a different exit. So we need to climb up to the roof. Will she shimmy? She doesn't like to shimmy past there for some reason. Even though she always used to. Nope, not having none of it. Sometimes she will, sometimes she won't. So jump to here and grab this, climb on up. And you can head around the corner to the left side. Okay, am I in the right position? Yeah, there we go. Okay, head on up and out to the next level. Nice, now we're in the streets of Paris and we've had a costume change. So next time, this is where I will continue from, and the nightmare level is over. That was the worst level of the game, mostly just because of that one jump. So that was the longest level as well, I think it was. But anyway, I will see you next time. Take it easy, guys and girls.